People don't seem to think that I deserve this hair. They think, good hair is just genetic. Oh, his dad probably has good hair. Oh, so his dad's sperm probably has good hair. No. This isn't genetic. You know, this wasn't given to me by God. This is all me.
In a world where hair doesn't grow on trees, comes the story of Mason Johnson, a skinny wiener who would do absolutely anything, no matter how unethical, to get out of shaving his head for charity.
Is it ethical? I don't know if it's ethical or not to possibly not shave my head when I pledged to for kids. I do know that what I'm doing here is two things that I love. One, democracy, and two, cannibalism. Capitalism. I get those are very similar, so I get them confused.
That's the whole point of doing the charity, is you show these little kids that there's no shame in cutting your hair off, and now he's like, oh, I'm going to make it a contest to see whether or not I'm going to cut my hair off. That's horrible.
Growing up, I was very hair impoverished. I didn't have gel, when I was a little kid. I didn't have hairspray. And back then in the 80s, it was, if you were a little boy, you were not supposed to use hair dryers. So it was a very tough time for my hair. Also, I had a mullet.
The first time I saw Mason's hair, he was on stage, and this guy who was drunk and was heckling him yelled out, "Hey, nice hair." And Mason said, "I'll let you touch it later." And then he did.
I never knew who my dad was. I just knew he was a musician, he had a mullet, and it was the 80s. That's all, and that could literally be anyone. I definitely went through a JTT period. It seemed like the closest I could get to being in Jonathan Taylor Thomas was to get his hair cut, because I'm me and I'm inside me. So if I were him, then I'd be inside him, and I'd also be me.
Mason's hair is pretty long right now. It's probably a good 4 inches at least. The thing about eating hair is that you can't eat it while it's long. So you're gonna have to grind it up. You're gonna have to grind it up and turn it into bread. That's what I think would be the best pairing, is that you were to make it into bread and then pair it with, butter or whatever your favorite bread topping is. Make it toast and jam or something, I don't know.
I knew I'd hit rock bottom when I found myself crying on a bathroom floor, picking Elmer's glue out of my faux hawk and seeing what it tasted like.
The first memory I have of Mason's hair, we were in high school together. I was a senior and Mason was a sophomore, and he had this untamed mane that kind of wrapped around his face and was just kind of sitting there on his hoodie. And I remember thinking, that kid needs a haircut. He never got one. He's literally never had a haircut. I think it just retracts into his skull like Superman used to have that power, in the 50s, I think it was. They got rid of that.
I remember at one point in high school, my hair was just wild and out of control. It got so heavy that I permanently just had to hold my head to my side, literally, like this, all day. It was worth it.
I don't understand why anyone would give money to a charity for Mason to shave his head.
What about all the people who get joy from my hair? It seems selfish to take that away from them, which is why I'm letting people vote. If you donate, then you get to vote on whether I shave my beautiful, beautiful hair or not.
If Mason doesn't shave his head, I'm moving out. We're not friends anymore.
What's my secret? Well, let's just say the secret is in the food. I put my hair in other people's food to improve their lives. When people think of good hair, what names come to mind? Farrah Fawcett, Jimi Hendrix, Goku, and hopefully one day, Mason Johnson.
Blood and death. Blood and death. Blood and death are two really funny, awesome things. And let me tell you why. And let me tell you why. It's because I am your dark prince, and I've come from the deepest hells with my devil minions to